Hi Angela, this is order 2719. This is for a general reading, and I'm so sorry. Thank you for your patience with this. So you had asked for a general reading, no notes or anything. This is your first order, so thank you so much. And if you have any questions or anything, please let me know. Normally I pull cards and then start the video, but I feel like I need to start the video while I'm shuffling the cards. So this is completely blind. Let me know how this resonates so that I make sure that I get the right energy. And the other thing too is this is energy as of right now in this moment in time. So as soon as you start making decisions, this is going to change. How my cards tend to work for me is as they come out is like past, present, and then kind of futuristic. But again, nothing set in stone. It depends on you and your decisions. This is your life. It's however you wish to receive this. So having said that, I would recommend to watch it by yourself. And then if you wish to share it, you're more than welcome to share it with others. You can rewatch it as many times as you want. And you can pause, come back to it. Again, it'll be yours. You can do whatever you wish with it, okay? All right, so the first deck that I was drawn to was my Oracle deck. It is the Yin Yang Oracle deck. It is one that is pretty broad spectrum. So you got a lot going on. I'm getting goosebumps too. Something else that needs to come out in this deck. So hang on. I'm going to pause in between decks while I shuffle. And then again, I'll come back and start the video. There it is. Okay. So the first thing that came out was nurture and compassion. So I feel like you're a very nurturing person. You're very compassionate. You're one that doesn't like confrontation. I feel like you're kind of mad at me. You're kind of mad at me because this has been on your mind and you've been wanting this reading forever, and you didn't want a message and you didn't want to like disturb me because you knew how busy I was. So you're just kind of sitting back and you're hoping and hoping and hoping. So I'm sorry. So you're very compassionate. You don't like confrontation. You tend to wear your heart on your sleeve. You're very Empress-like energy. You help those that you can help. You want to help those that you can't help. It's just in your nature. I feel like you're an empath too. I feel like you feel a lot of what other people are going through. You have a lot of limitations and fears because of some of the stuff that has happened in your past. You relive things in your mind, don't you? I was going to say brain, but in your mind. And it really affects you in some ways. I have a feeling that you have trouble sleeping too, like falling asleep. You're dreaming too, according to all this. But we'll get to that. So the next card was trust in divine timing. So notice the clock. The clock is like a cycle. And same with the butterflies. The butterflies are standing out to me too. So the clock is like a cycle. You are going through all of these cycles. And I have a feeling that, again, you're not only an empath, I think that you have abilities of some sort. And you may not even be fully aware of these abilities. This is where some of your limitations and fears have come in too. I'm getting huge goosebumps right now. Because you have had experiences in your past, but you ignore them. Or you're like, no, there's a reasoning behind it. Is this sounding like you? Because I feel like you want to maybe explore it, but at the same time you're concerned about it and you're wondering where it's going to lead you. And that's where that whole trust and divine timing is coming from as well in their cycles. You need to learn the things through each cycle. And as you learn these things, then your cycle is going to complete, and then you're going to have a new cycle emerge. So you're kind of like a butterfly. Right now, you're kind of like a caterpillar in a cocoon. Sorry, I'm getting over a cold too. So you want to emerge into a beautiful butterfly. It's up to you on how much you want to expand yourself or not. I believe that everybody has the capabilities of becoming partially psychic. It's just unlocking the right things. But right now, you're very detached, you're very robotic, and you're very kind of cold towards some aspects of your life. You kind of just go in, day in, day out, doing the same routine, I feel like, and it's really getting to you mentally. It's really, really getting to you, where you're just like, oh my gosh. And this is part of you're not sleeping too, because you're you're overwhelmed, but at the same time, you're at the point where you just shut down and you're just like, whatever. It is what it is. This is part of your detachment and being cold as well. You need to, again, just you need to offload some stuff, okay? You tend to be very closed off and guarded, and you're resistant to some change. So this is where you need to like have some stuff if there's help around you, ask for help. You're in the point where you don't want to ask for help because it's not in your nature, but at the same time, you need to ask for help before you keep drowning, okay? Because as these cards are coming out, we'll get to that too, you're taking on way too much. So Storm and Unexpected came out in reverse. So, excuse me, I feel like right now, or just previously, right now, or coming soon, because it's in the middle of my deck, you're going through a storm. You're going through a storm. But since it came out in reverse, it was kind of expected. You knew that it was coming, because I have a feeling that, again, with your abilities, you knew that it was coming all along, but you ignored the signs up until this point. So all storms come in all shapes and forms, as you know. There's like hurricane storms, there's tornadoes, there's like the gentle spring rainstorm. Whatever storm this is, I feel like it's just kind of curdling right now, and it's going to evolve into something bigger if you don't nip it in the bud. And that's where you come in as far as like filling your cup full, because you're running on empty right now, and that's where your detached and coldness is coming from too, because you're not looking after yourself right now. So those around you, you're not looking after either to the best of your ability where you want to, but how can you look after others if your cup is empty? Okay, so this storm, you need to subside it. You need to push it away from you, no matter what this storm represents to you. I feel like it could represent a few different things for you. So present, abundant, and gratitude came out sideways, and it came out sideways like this for me. When my cards come out sideways like that, it's like past, present, and future, and this is like it's in upright. Okay, so you are very abundant in your life. You're very grateful for what you have, and you're very present in the moment when there's moments to be had. But again, you kind of are so out of touch with some things that you may have lost your way with some of this. So bring that gratitude and that abundance back into your life. Be present in the moment and be grateful for what you have already. Okay, I think that might be hitting home pretty hard too. So message and dreams came out. So as I mentioned earlier, I believe that you're having some dreams. You may wake up and you're like, I don't know if I dreamt or not. Or you just kind of go about your day and then something randomly just pops into your mind, or you're having deja vu. These are your messages in your dreams that your guides are trying to give you to kind of help you get through this detachment, this coldness, this storm that is brewing right now. So they're trying to give you some messages of some sort, and one of them is dreams. I think the other one is through angel numbers. Are you seeing a lot of numbers repeated over and over again? If you are, look up those numbers and see what those numbers represent. If you're not sure of the numbers of what they represent, let me know, and then I can look them up for you and see what I can find for you, okay? But they're trying to help you. So the messages that they're sending you in the dreams, I am not a dream interpreter, but before you start getting out of bed and start getting kind of restless, lay on your back and close your eyes and try and recall that dream. Try and recall everything that you can think of about that dream. Have a dream journal beside your bed or somewhere handy so that you can record what you dreamt about. So where were you? Who were you with? Was there any wildlife? Was there any plants or trees in the dream? Were you looking at yourself through your eyes, or was it from third person, from above or below? Who was with you? What were you doing? All those sorts of things can matter, okay? And the symbolism within those things. So if you're seeing patterns, it's probably from your guides and angels and things that you believe to help you, to try and help guide you through what this is going on, okay? Transformation and Pluto. So notice the butterfly again. I think part of this storm is because you're coming into your own and you realize what you can be capable of. And that's where the transformation comes in. Excuse me. So you're You're wanting change. You're wanting manifestation into your life. But at the same time, you're kind of worried about it too, because of the reflection in the mirror that's cracked, okay? So this one here is about projections as well. So I have a feeling that this one here is not only about reflections and projections that you're leading on to others, but it's also about you with yourself. You struggle with some of your self-worth, don't you? And some of your self-love. So that's where the cracked mirror is too. Everybody struggles with something. There's always something about you, naming me, okay? There's something that I always don't like about myself. And everybody has that as part of them. It's just in human nature, it's everybody. So again, it's easier said than done, but you have to kind of accept who you are and work with what you got, okay? So I have a feeling that just baby steps. Do little baby steps at a time and don't force it, but at the same time, you need to be kinder to yourself, okay? You are very hard on yourself. You need to, again, just kind of, that's where the whole cup thing comes into, is you're just draining yourself and it's taken a lot out of you. So you need to, again, know who you are inside and out, and know that you are beautiful inside and out as well. Because right now you're drowning, dude. Okay, so this is a water sign. So you could have water in your chart, so Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, as far as like your moon or sun or rising sign. But I feel like this is representing you as a whole, as an individual. If you keep going the way that you're going and you don't change some things and tweak some things around, you're going to feel like you're drowning. Okay, so notice how she's in the water and she's just kind of laying there and she's kind of just, she's not fighting anymore. This is you. You are a fighter though. Okay, so don't let this be you, because I know that you can get out of the funk that you're in right now. It's just a matter of knowing who you are and what you're capable of. It is not going to be overnight. It is going to be a work in progress, and it's going to take months, okay, for you to get out of the funk that you're in. But those little baby steps and stopping those negative thoughts towards yourself is going to come a long way. So once you recognize those thoughts, those negative thoughts and patterns that you're doing to yourself, once you recognize it, stop it in its tracks, and then you can shift your focus on something better. Because once you start doing that, the bottom of the deck is sun, strength, and empowerment. So I have a feeling that this is going to be hitting home, and you're going to start making those baby changes. And the cards don't go by our timeline, okay? But this is bottom of the deck. So bottom of the deck for me is futuristic. So I have a feeling that, again, your sun is going to come out, your strength is going to come out, and your empowerment is going to come back. So just be careful that you don't get burned by the sun, because, again, there's kind of a fine line here. You need to have the strength and the sustainability of the sun, but just make sure that you don't overdo yourself and burn yourself out. Okay, and get a sunburn. All right, so let me pause and grab another deck. I'll be right back. You also have somebody on your mind that's really affecting you too. That's where part of the coldness and the storm is coming from as well. Because with this deck, it's all about that other person, man. So this is why I do multiple decks as well. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, my dear. Okay, so you're questioning a lot, aren't you? You're like, bleh. Okay, that's what I said in the first deck, is that you really got a lot going on. Okay, so the first card that came out in this deck was Divine Feminine, and it came out sideways as well, so as an upright. So this is kind of reiterating you as an individual from the first deck. Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, we'll get to that. So again, Divine Feminine. Okay. So you are an Empress energy. You're nurturing. You wear your emotions on your sleeve, and you tend to bottle things up to the point where you kind of explode. If people really, really bug you, it takes a lot to push you to kind of grow a backbone, so to speak, to speak up about it. You do not, again, like confrontation at all. Nostalgia, this is regarding your other person, this person that you have on your mind. This is about reminiscing memories and photos, looking at past pictures, wanting to go back to the past and where things used to be. I don't know. This is a committed relationship of some sort, whoever this is. Because, okay, twin flame card came out. I don't know if you know what twin flames are or if you think you are a twin flame. Twin flames is basically, there's one soul split into two bodies, okay? So you tend to mirror each other. It can be a very toxic relationship. I feel like you may think that you're a twin flame because this person kept coming and going, coming and going, coming and going, but you keep getting drawn back to this person. I don't believe you are actual twin flames because of the vibes that I'm getting. It's very, very rare to be a twin flame. Okay, so I have a feeling that the whole coming and going thing is more about lessons that you guys both need to learn. Ghosted happened. So blocked, cut off, no warning, gone, those sorts of things. So I have a feeling that you guys were doing really, really well. And then all of a sudden things changed. It kind of just, it hasn't been right since. And that could be part of where your storm is coming as well, because you kind of were seeing it come about. But it hasn't actually taken effect. In separation came out with take a break. So I even though you guys are in separation, I don't know if you guys are actually physically separated from each other or not, because I'm getting kind of mixed messages with that. But there is some distance between you guys for sure, whether that just be physical or it's actual like just emotional distance. But you're thinking about them. And they're thinking about you. And because you're thinking about them, they're thinking of you and vice versa. So you guys are on each other's minds, but there's not really, the communication has broken down. There's not really a whole lot of communication happening with this person. And that's why you guys are missing each other. The take a break is about like needing space, temporary, possibly. Okay. This is about having time apart so that you can rediscover who you are. Okay. So this again is, I think, for you to kind of help you rebuild yourself so that you know who you truly are, so that you can find somebody to complement you, not to complete you. Because I think this person in your mind was it. This was the person for you. But I feel like it was one of those things that it was almost to like complete you, not to complement you. So you were kind of changing yourself to fit in with their world. Okay, so missing you came out after that. So this is about, again, nostalgia, looking at photos, thinking about them. So it's ongoing. It's still ongoing. There's still a lot of attraction going on. It came out with revenge and victory and soul. Okay, all these cards popped out at once. So I feel like the whole attraction, there's still a lot of physical attraction to this person. And there's something going on with the revenge card. So I don't know if there was a third party involvement with this, because I'm kind of getting third party vibes with it. Third party doesn't always mean another person. It can mean work can be a third party, money can be a third party. There was something that got in the way of things kind of breaking down. But it was just the trigger to get things kind of moving in that direction, if you know what I mean. So it's like a little spark, but it ignited things within you guys to where you are right now. So it's kind of about, again, figuring out what that third party was that kind of put into play with this. I think it's work, to be honest. Soul, in this case, is about like true self. Knowing your true self, your true authentic self, and working on you. And then you will have victory, okay? So this is about being proud, successful, looking at yourself, knowing where and how far you have come, and being acknowledged for how far you have come. Know that you have done a lot of work to get where you are, and be proud of where you have went and where you have gone and how far you have come, okay? Forgiveness came out next. So this is about having grace, moving forward. This is not only forgiveness for you, even if you feel like that other person doesn't deserve your forgiveness, forgive them for you so that you can have that closure, so that you can move on, okay? Because I have a feeling that you're harboring a lot, because that's in your nature, okay? You're harboring a lot inside and you're not expressing it. I think that you need to journal some things out. You need to get your expressions and what you're thinking out onto paper or type it out to get it out of your head and get it out of your system to the point where no one's going to read it. No one's going to find it, so that you can express yourself fully. I think that's really going to help you move forward, okay? Happiness came out sideways, okay? So this is about bliss, joy, peace, serenity, content. So I feel like you're masking, okay? So this is like past, present, future, okay? Because we're sideways. But I feel like you're masking. You're putting on a show for everybody. Inside, you're hurting. You're a very hurting unit, but at the same time, you're masking to everyone saying, I'm good, don't worry about me, I'm fine, blah, 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 but really you're not, okay? So I think it's working. I think it's working for the most part. The people that are really, really close to you can figure it out and they know what's going on, but they don't want to say anything. They want you to kind of just acknowledge it on your own. And if they feel like if you truly need help, you will reach out for it. Okay, that's where this is coming from. Silent treatment. This is how you're feeling inside. Okay, this is how you're feeling inside right now. So you're very closed off. You're very detached. You're kind of hermiting right now. Again, you're kind of holding back. You're holding back your feelings. Okay, bottom of this deck is water sign. Okay, so again, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Bubbles. Notice the bubbles. So again, if you're not going to be doing those changes and things, you're going to still be feeling like you're drowning. Okay, so you got to do those little baby steps. Runner is next on the bottom of the deck. So it's about ghosting, avoiding. You might be avoiding some things too. Yeah. You're a very hurting unit right now. So again, be gentle on yourself. Little baby steps. I'm drawn to another deck. Just one sec. So this deck is a little different. This is my Moon Messages deck. So I'm going to see what comes out because I have a feeling that you need to hear something from this person. Because this person isn't going to express what you need to hear. Because it's not in their nature to open up like that. So I can pick up on some energies that have been around you. Just as a heads up, but I am actually reading your energy, okay? Rewatch this a couple times to make sure that it makes sense to you because you might be looking at it going, I don't know about that. Whoa, that really flew out. You think they have a secret, don't you? Because secret flew out and it was in reverse. So I feel like you think that they have a secret, and that's maybe where the third party is coming in. What we have is soul recognition. Okay, so that came out first, and then the secret in reverse and cold. So they're being very cold towards you. And this whole soul recognition, I don't know if you actually have known each other in past lives, but if it is a karmic, it could be a karmic contract where it can carry over multiple lifetimes. So if you don't learn the lesson in that lifetime, it can carry over to the next lifetime. That's what I truly believe. But again, some people don't believe in the karma and karmic contracts. But I think that this might have been a karmic. Is there anything else that they wanted to say? I remember everything that you said. So I think there was some sort of disagreement that came up, and then you shut down during this disagreement. I am trying to figure things out. So they're trying to figure things out. If they tend to work their way back to you, then you can kind of work it out then. But at this moment in time, what I would suggest is, again, it's easier said than done, but to focus on you. Focus on your worth, your self-value, and your self-love especially. Because you are a beautiful person inside and out. Do not let anybody else tell you otherwise. Because I can feel it that you are a beautiful person. Okay? So let me know how this resonates with you. And thank you again for trusting me.